supremacy. Well, in just minutes,
I'm
Senator
trying
Tom
to get it
Cotton
in
is going to
here,
have
my
reaction to those
production.
sentiments and ones like this.
The Republican Party.
He said, no, I'm going to Hunter right now. No, hell no, I'm going right now.
Who led the
Okay,
charge
they make me
and
work
literally
that
instructed people to commit violence in mayhem on our capital. If they allow that to happen, the Republican Party is basically a domestic terrorist cell at this point, and they should be treated as such.
They want to dominate as the white tribe. I often joke that they no longer believe in
buttery.
from many women,
And it'll be what it is about. Like,
tribe
dude,
is
on the
dominance.
freeway, also
One
like that.
tribe
Man,
shall
he got
dominate
lucky.
So
I mean, he
that's
got
where we're going with
lucky.
this. By the end of the year,
But maybe
QAnon and
that
Trumpism
is
will
exactly
completely consume this
what it
party.
is that's missing.
Okay, so
Okay,
our
you
third
know,
victory tonight, there are growing calls on the Biden Justice Department to finally
look, hey, I
launch
got
an
grand
investigation
wine.
into what
I want
appears
to
by
hear
many
shit.
accounts to be some
I
kind
was
of
at
cover-up
each
of
cashed
nursing home
in.
deaths
I want to
in
hear
New York by
shit.
the Democratic Governor Andrew
But
Cuomo.
this is what
He actually met
exactly
with
I'm
President
talking
Biden
about.
today
If you
at
want
the
to go
White House,
beyond the
who, in
buttery
midst of the
state,
pandemic, showered praise
you have
on
to
how
take
Cuomo
that
has been
extra
handling it.
reach.
Your governor of New York's done one hell of a job.
Now,
I think he's
I'm
sort of the gold
guaranteeing
standard.
that he's
This is
living better right
ridiculous.
now. I'm guaranteeing that. I'm
Make the
guaranteeing
change,
that.
Like the governor said, Governor Cuomo.
Now,
We've
you can
got
say
the
what
latest
you
on
get
all these
guaranteeing and
stories
what you
tonight, and we
want.
begin
Take it for what
with
you want
White House
as an
correspondent
either
Kevin
or,
Ford,
but
covering calls on the Biden DOJ to
I just don't see it
investigate
in my
Cuomo.
inclinations
Good
of
evening, Kevin.
Evening, Shannon. Just as that big story was breaking about his administration's alleged COVID nursing home cover-up, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, as you said, found himself right here in the belly of the beast in Washington for a gathering of a bipartisan group of governors and mayors over at the White House. But if you guessed that he would go toe-to-toe with reporters and sort of live up to all the tough guy bravado that we're
I'm
used to
trying to
seeing
get
about
the
him
jargons
and
together of the
administration's
Biden
actions, well,
administration. The
you guessed it
Biden's
correctly.
the teleprompter, the Biden's and the cadence.
Well, look who's talking. Andrew Cuomo, New York's governor, one of many state and local leaders who dropped by the White House today to chat about getting hundreds of billions of federal taxpayer dollars to shore up state and city finances. Neither Cuomo nor Mr. Biden publicly addressed the
I'm a cheat
bombshell
because if I
reporting
go on a
alleged cover-up
UFC
of
battle
more
on,
than 9,000 COVID patients sent to
I
nursing
know,
homes
because
in
my
New
writing,
York,
because I'm a righty.
40% higher than the state previously
so
admitted.
Whatever I want to know is really happening. I want to talk, and I'm not being solicitous.
What does this have to do with me? It's I mean, to years it sounds like I got a dirty look
All
from
of New York's
Cuomo.
major
And
newspapers
like,
were full of allegations of a
and I'm
possible
like,
cover-up.
what is this you talking about?
Admission by
Oh,
aide
you got
Melissa
flip-flops,
DeRosa,
you got
who said
doormatted
the
about
state
something.
withheld data because it feared an investigation by the Trump Justice Department. But in a statement today, she said the state needed to temporarily set aside the legislature's request to deal with the federal request first. Asked whether Mr. Biden had confidence in Governor Cuomo's handling of the pandemic, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki demurred.
Well, the president hosted Governor Cuomo and a bipartisan group of governors and mayors to the White House today to get their perspective from the front lines. Not to give anyone a stamp of approval or to seek their stamp of approval.
Then, in an after 5 p.m. Friday news dump, Mr. Biden said he wants all states to back the CDC's new guidance for reopening schools, which does not mandate opening, saying it's based on the best available scientific evidence. No surprise, he says following this new CDC guidance is going to cost money, lots of it. By the way, teachers don't need to be vaccinated against COVID-19 to get back to work, according to the new guidance from the CDC.
We believe, and the science has demonstrated, that schools can be reopened safely prior to all teachers being vaccinated.
Okay, so we'll have to keep following the bouncing ball on that. Now, the CDC does suggest that teachers should still be prioritized for vaccine distribution. They say the districts should be broken up into 4 zones, in particular blue for communities with low transmission, and red where there is a high transmission. And yes, they still suggest that students should social distance at 6 feet in PPE when at all possible. We'll keep an eye on it, Shannon, but for now, back to you.
Yeah, as they lay out a roadmap to get kids back into class with those measures.
Yeah, sure.
Kevin, thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too.
That means, oh man, you go.
Breaking tonight, President Biden reversing yet another signature Trump-era policy. Starting next week, thousands of asylum seekers currently waiting in Mexico will start being allowed into the U.S. to await court hearings here. Citing safety as a major reason for the immigration policy change, the administration says it will be processing up to 300 migrants a day, including tests for COVID. Meanwhile, progressive demands to include a $15 minimum wage provision in the upcoming COVID relief package suffering a setback tonight. That's because Democratic Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema is expressing her opposition to the minimum wage measure. She said it's not directly related to short-term COVID relief and it's not a budget item. Therefore, it is not appropriate for this reconciliation process. And breaking tonight, Steve Schmidt, the co-founder of the anti-Trump group, the Lincoln Project, says he is resigning from the board. As the FBI says it cannot confirm or deny whether or not the agency is investigating claims of sexual harassment by co-founder John Weaver. Correspondent Jillian Turner is digging into the group crisis.
Barbecue sauce on it.
6 former employees of the Lincoln Project are calling on the group to waive non-disclosure agreements or NDAs, writing in a letter to the New York Times. They want information, quote, "Barbecue sauce on it, public and our donors, and answering questions relevant to the public interest." The Lincoln Project's leaders have long been fiercely critical of former President Trump's NDAs. Co-founder Rick Wilson tweeting back in January 2019, they weren't legally enforceable. Quote, "The people who signed them are buying into the collective delusion of Trumpism that there's some esoteric there. And the Trump NDA wall will eventually break and open up vast avenues for reporting." This comes fresh on the heels of the scandal surrounding John Weaver, another co-founder